Good morning. Damn, I didn't know my voice come out like that. So this is just a quick review of yesterday because the recording was so short. I think it was about 32 minutes. Basically, Chile was already on when I started recording because I was wow, no, when did it break 19K? That's the funny thing that I just observed about myself. I really don't care about the price number itself. I only care about the price action. I thought Nasdaq was in 19,000, like 18,000 or this one. Well, that it did break 19K for the first time. What's this? This is afternoon session, Wednesday, 5th June. 5th June? Oh wow. I didn't even know that. It doesn't matter. It's the price action, like order flow. That's what I care about. So currently today, actually, what I had in mind this week was that this sell side inefficiency should hold price. Well, I think final hour trading hour closed above it. But let me check something if it's the same on the real futures market, which is oh shit. Price is still trading. Let me change it to trading view. So it's good to use the real futures. I think it's trading view save I'll use throughout for this one. So this is it. The close low of this of the high of the inefficiency. The low of the high of the inefficiency, which can be difficult for some people to wrap their mind around, but it's just the low of the candle for this sell side, the one that first formed the high of the sell side inefficiency. So the low of that candle, that's what I mean. Even means I say the thing was actually confusing, but it's when you want to say it, it confuses. So this is last week's high though. Anyway, I think it's close to that stuff. So price is still maintaining this. So let me see if I could do my best. DXY also. Okay, coming back into the maybe opening gap. So if you remember yesterday, I wrote something regarding the XY. How this former new day opening gap, as I saw price holding it, not closing above it. I had a feeling that okay, most likely, because if you see here, low inefficiency, the next candle closed below it. So that's already a sign of that okay, the discounts PDRs are not kind of strong enough to hold price to take it to the next level, to launch it to the next level. So that kind of thing. Oh, that will give me confidence to like trust that buy at that point in time because price left the low of the London session. So let me just jump down to the 15 minutes because I was just looking at NAS when I was on my phone as I yesterday when I was in the train trying to go to the library to use my PC and stuff like that. So prior to New York session, we had these highs, Asian highs, London highs. So the ideal target, I'll do the same too for years. Oh, this thing will be fully now. I'll go back to my broker at some point because I'm using the free version of TradingView because I feel like I don't need the paid one. So I need a 2 minute chart, which is not available on the free version. So let me see, 3 minutes. So this London highs was in the first like short term, like using dotted line for liquidity. I don't know. Yeah, what did I do? Because I did execute on ES though, so I just wanted to show something. So in the train, it was around like past almost 10 a.m. New York. I was just looking at okay, there's nothing yet. I was just looking at the prices coming into this low of London session, and if price should close below it, the next thing is that is in mind is like last week's low. It's not really last week's low though. It's just Friday's low, but it's really evident this was the low form during NFP. So that was what I was just looking at. So when price, man, I might just go back to my broker, man. When I saw that, I was just looking around, I was saying that okay, I didn't know, I don't see anything clean yet. So when price did this, yeah, this one, this was where I was. 10 a.m. So just I was just like okay, nothing has been clean yet. So when I now saw this first move, and I drew out like even though the inefficiency is not in discount. What do I mean by discount? I don't think it's in discount. It wasn't even eyeballing it from here. It's not in discount. Look, the low of the inefficiencies at the 50% of the range I'm marking out. Look at it. The low exactly of the inefficiency is just to 50% of the range. So I wanted to see how price would treat it to start with. But on ES, that's why I say I have to use it soon. Look at what price I've done on ES. Yes, man. Price was more was should I say let me see if I could do this side by side. Nah man. Maybe in the future I'll invest in trading view, but not yet. $20 per month. That money could do something. Okay. So still for years, look at London highs. Obviously London highs is kind of different, but what stuck out for me was like the equal highs formed between the exact high of London, which is at 2:15 a.m. New York, and 8 a.m. 8:20. It was just equal here. So initially I was taking the sell hood, but this volume imbalance just stuck out, so I just marked it out because I felt like okay, if price wants to go and clear London loose, that means price might want to reference here to sell that, but it didn't get to it. Even this one, it traded above it. but came down and then price inverted it and then closed above this volume imbalance. At the same time, that 3 minutes inefficiency I was talking about, is it that is between this, if I'm not mistaken, is this and this. Let me just put it on 3 minutes to see. Oh, yeah, I overshot it there. So, like this. So, instead of waiting for this one, I saw that okay, price has already, because okay, let me make it clear. Look at, is there a divergence? Yes. This one had already cleared the lows, but this one was make like save, how do I put it now? This 924 lows, this low or 920 to 924, 920 to 924 ish, because here 920, okay, 930. Look, there's the low front. ES cleared it right here, but NAS did not clear it. And then ES, after clearing the lows, proceeded to close above this inefficiency. So, but yeah, NAS now started becoming slower. So that just tells you that okay, if one of them has cleared like a short-term low liquidity or something like that, and then it's inverting premium PDRs to turn them to discount. That's all I just needed, basically, and then it was just simple at that point. From that point in time, so I think I did here because I really wanted to enter at that point in time because I didn't know, because there is no method to this sometimes. But if you look on the line, it kind of works out. But that's using the low. So I just did like the low of the close candles, the close of the candle, and then the next thing I had in mind was 50% of inefficiency, which was 533.8 or something. I know I entered around point 0.8. Yeah, I think a point above point 0.8, 2.5 point stop, which was like below this cell counter here. And then low hanging fruits was obviously 2.5 point stop with 5 points. Well, let me just use ICC lingo if you're familiar with that. Five handles was like my 1 to 2. But then managing the trade, if we look 10:30, price cleared London highs on NAS. So like how I used to say before, like for something that happened here, if one has cleared the short-term liquidity or something like that, you could expect a retracement. So you really need to protect your stop. So even though as at that time I had not secured profit, but stop was at break even, right? Let me show 9:30. Price was still like 3 points away from my final take profit. So when I now closed like majority of the position and just let the little one run into the final one, so which is just completing the trader basically. But that was just what I just wanted to do, so that to avoid this, because I've seen a situation, I think I can't remember the day, but I remember where my take profit stop was 5282. I don't know, I'll look for the video and maybe add it in the description of this video. 5282, price came exactly a tick below. Even though stop was at break even, I didn't take profit yet. So I was just saying that okay, it's just 1 more point, 1 more point. So this is where like the market was happening to, and the thing just came back to break even, and it was just 1 to 2 I was looking for that day, which was really funny. 5282 is it long? Is a while ago since now we're at 5,300 and something. So either way, but price was able to get up to inefficiency at least till noon, till noon. So this inefficiency was like the main target, like price coming, and I want to see price hold and sell. Not by force. If he wants to buy, I'll be able to adjust, but I'll need to look at DXY to know. Abi, should I just do that now? Let me just do that now. Let's just do that now. Let me just do that now. So that's basically the review of the trade. and little things were just aligning. Like if you're in a buy trade in this New York session time, it's always like it doesn't have to be a must, but sometimes it's good to get an entry below 12 a.m. New York, which is this blue line. Well, so that's just it basically. So let me change to trading view and look at what we have for today. If there's anything for today. Damn, that's a lot of stuff. Personally, since long term, I had like bullish sentiments for DXY at least. Long term. I mean, long term. But that doesn't mean like you need to know how to apply that because so far so good. Even though it's been kind of choppy since. Let me go back to the weekly. That's what I'm saying makes sense. Since when price came off this, let me show you what this means. This week here, price came December 1. The month of December, they didn't close below 50%, and it has been buying up since when this year started. This is January, February, March, April, May, June. So long term, and if you look, finally price has closed above this monthly IPA. So most likely, in the long run, price should buy on DXY, which will make well, I can't make predictions or stuff like that. Mm. But just based on the analysis, obviously price can still do this, come equal lows here, can still clear it, buy up and stuff like that. But long term, I just think like the final destination, maybe probably at the end of the year for DXY, is to probably close above here or something like that because inefficiency. There's one here on the daily, on the weekly, which is a gap and inefficient. I don't like using gap. I like using efficiency. So, but for the now, for the short term, we have our weekly opening gap here. Price is coming back into it, which is like it's aligning with an inversion. So let's just see how it goes. Inversion. What do I mean by inversion? So now this former IPA, they have almost the same range. So maybe this holds price, buys up again, and if it buys up and it's not decoupled, wait, when is I'm coming? I know there's PPI and CPI this week, but I think one of them is coupled with FOMC. But I just want to be sure. Let me just check. One of them is, I think, it's CPI that is coupled with FOMC, which is good to know because you. Mm, it's like this, like that. So I've not really gotten the like clear. Price has always been doing different things. Some days like that when there's a PPI news, and then later in the afternoon in New York there is FOMC. So sometimes you might get good movement at that PPI news release, and then later in the morning session. But sometimes all those days with FOMC at that the morning session is always one kind. So tomorrow Wednesday CPI, and then there's FOMC statement around 9 p.m. That's my 9 p.m. I mean my time 9 p.m. But in New York it's gonna be what? In New York it's going to be like 2 o'clock. So that's what I mean. Um, and then Thursday, Thursday's PPI, which is good for this week. This to me, so far so good. This week, any week, the PPI and CPI week is always the best week, trading week, where the conditions mainly align. And the least performing week for me, where you hardly get setups, is like the last week of the month, like post PMI flash news, be flash PMI news, whatever. The days after that news, those last 2 or 3 days, if they are still trading days after it, is always one kind. That doesn't mean you frame your mind that oh there's nothing there, but it's just what I've observed. It's just what I've observed. So if price is coming down here, so look how it's already aligning. If this, so it's already aligning, I think. If presently in my mind, look at this daily inefficiency. We have yesterday's high, right? If this new week opening gap can hold price and make it go up, like within this place, if there can be some kind of price movement that maybe price trades into it, clears all the this thing and then goes up. It's what I'm already looking at for Nasdaq. It's already beginning to make sense. The gears are ready to, well, we just have to see because that move is kind of long. So price can just boom, clear weekly high and then sell. Who knows? So but on the I'm not looking at 2 hours. On the 2 hours, it's good to know that price has closed above the 2 hour inefficiency. And it's the 2 hours that makes it look as if price has closed below the previous lows. If you get my just like this low is below this and this closed, not weak like this. Not that's a weak. What else? What else? So now back to the 1 hour. Is that the same for years? Hmm. Let's see though. Maybe this high will be protected at the end of the day. There's too much stuff there. Because the two IP, yeah, 2 o'clock on Friday, two of them are holding price at the moment, and look at how price is just throughout the Asian session forming equal lows, equal highs. So let's see. Yeah, I think we are good. Let's just see though. Depends. Everything depends on what happens here. Everything just depends what happens here. If price even gets there, price can even do this as it is like this and go up. Who knows? But the thing is that you are framing your mind for each situation so that when any one of them happens, you already know okay what to expect and what you might do based on the conditions. Con- Conditions. Why did I say that? Conditions. If that makes sense. What else? What else? What am I missing? I don't want to forget anything. Um, that's just it though. That's just it. Just monitoring this 2 o'clock inefficiency, this sell side inefficiency. Let me see what's gonna happen. Because price cleanly cleared these equal highs on Friday. That buy move on Friday was cool though. Where is it? It was cool but hard to place a trade on it. Yeah, because it was something I had to trust the 9:30 opening here because On the 2 minutes price, this was the last inefficiency. Price close above it. Use the 50% to hold. Let me say my last. Price held the 50% of the inversion. Give this move again, and then you had to trust that okay, 9:30 will not misbehave based on. So this way I would do this. I like the CPI days after the news release, NFP after the news release, and PPI after the news release. So that is where the 840. Let me not say 845. Let me just say 850 ish to 9:45. That 55 minutes period, you could like some good setups would form. But on other days, those setups could just be like a setup, if that makes sense. So it will look like a clean setup, and then it will just take you out and stuff like that. Not take you out. It's like a Judas swing. So it will just be messed up for you to set a limit here. Not that's if price has not done something. Let's say okay, on another day, around that period, price had already cleared like opposing. Let's say we're in a discount range. Let me see how we're in a discount, right? I need to look for something an example. Let's just let me try and annotate something. This is I don't know how to use this thing. I don't know. Price is never like this, but everybody that is annotating, they always do price like this, which is always funny to me. Let's see. Okay, this is a trending upward market. Oh, like I said, I don't know how to use this thing, but really upward trending market price coming to. So let's say this is how my price has been moving. So let's say prior to after 8:45 or something, price clears sell side into discount, and then price is now doing this before 10 o'clock. It's valid because sell side are opposing liquidity, which is sell side in a bullish scenario. Opposing liquidity is sell side. So if we form sell side, let's say something like London lose around that period, and then price clears it like around 8:45 or something, and it's already showing you signs that okay, it's trying to trade back up. There's no harm in taking a trade, and then you target them short term highs, which is this low hanging fruit. And then if you have two positions, it's like me, what I used to do is to split my risk. Like let's say I want to risk for example sake, I want to risk $50. I'll split it to 30 and 15. So the $15 position, which has $15 risk, we would have like a final stop here, but I'll be adjusting it if it's going up. Why the second one is just targeting the larger one, which is $30, is like probably the 1 to 2 is like at the top of this London highs or something like that. So that one will just be the short term one to like then that one will just be like targeting long term stuff. Sometimes you might get, sometimes you might not. But the best thing is to close at least. Let's say price has given a significant movement, you can take your stop to your risk. Let's say price has traded up to this point now where the RA is. So this is more than, let's say you are in 1 to 2 now at this point. You just take your stop to 1 to 1 to know that okay, even though it comes back down or even though it's still going to get here, you should not lose more than what you've risked as far as price has given you significant profit, and you're giving price a chance to target the higher profit. So that's what I just meant. So that's what I mean. Bullish, and so we could let me see. Is it possible to flip this thing through the settings? I don't want to draw another one. Maybe I'm not sure. You can't flip it like I wish you could. Like just turn it upside down. So it's the same for bearish scenarios. So price coming into discount of the higher time frame forms let's say Asian lows here, London highs, kind of something like that. This might be Asian highs, and then at 8:30 ish, if there's a news, 8:45 something like that, 9 a.m., 9:30, it clears this, and then it starts doing like this. So it's something to take. So that's what I mean. But it has to align. It has to align. It has to align with this. It's always better when they are coupled. So what is the coupling? So imagine a gear. Uh, I don't want to drown that thing again. So when gears to move in sync to make the engine move, they have to move in opposite directions. So that means it works. So that is to show efficient movement. So if two gears are rolling in the same direction, it won't. They let's say there are some gears like that actually, but most gears for this example, like they have to move in a opposite direction to like for the engine to work well. So that's what I mean. So if they are moving in the same direction, it's always like just stay off. It's not going to be efficient. There won't be efficient price movement, and for an engine to there won't be efficient operation. I'm not even sure some engines say that have those kind of gears work. So that's what I'm just trying to say. So that's what I mean by decoupled. So it's just a concept from ICT. So when he said it, I kind of understood that okay, he's using this analogy to explain it and it makes sense. Okay, well, okay. That's just so if you are framing your minds for buys, 10 a.m. Like I said, you have to give room for everything and don't box yourself and say, oh, I want it to sell, so it must sell. If it's not selling, I know. Okay, okay, okay. Makes sense. Anyway, Sha, we'll just find out later in the day. 31 minutes. I need wow. Come on. God bless everybody. Whoever finds this video, I hope you gain something from it. Me too. I'm also trying to gain something from it to project my thoughts to really know what I'm thinking. So sometimes because sometimes it's as if this thing is so spontaneous now for me that I kind of track back and say, okay, what made me do this? What made me do that? So it's always good to talk like this sometimes.